Hey Steph, how are you?
I'm great. How are
I,
you today,
I'm good.
Amar?
I'm good. I think we are live. I just
Yeah.
want somebody to maybe confirm. I see some viewers there. Maybe drop in a comment, say we're live or not. Can you hear us?
Put the like button for the YouTube algorithm
Yeah,
and
put the like
smash the
button.
subscribe.
Absolutely. I'm looking in my phone right now. I don't know. We just have to make sure that the sound is going through. Um, Somebody drop in a comment. Let's see. Obviously, the stream is always delayed, so hello,
Yeah.
hello from Holland. It's one and only Mr. Trappy. Hello, Mr. Trappy. I
Uh,
think he can hear us. He's
the my
always,
favorite
yeah,
my favorite guy, the trappy master.
he's always the first one to put in the comments.
Yeah. He's a
Okay,
cool dude. I respect him. He's a very
absolutely.
great guy.
Yep, absolutely. Okay, guys. It says so. COVID situation. I'm working from home. I don't have my dedicated office. It says all good. Karamveer, yeah. Hey, Karamveer. Karamveer is here on the live stream as well. He can answer your comments. He is the chief product officer at Hyperlink. So COVID
He's
situation. I work from
he's the
home.
networker guy.
Yeah, exactly. He's the guy. So I'm working from home. I have two babies. One is 3 year old, and the other one is 3 months old. So if you hear, you won't see, of course, but if you hear a baby crying in the background, because I'm home. So this is COVID. Enjoy the live stream. We will have some interruptions here and there because of babies, family members, dogs, whatever. But here we go. So Trappy says from under the shower. Yeah. Well, what do you think about the Bitcoin prices stuff?
Yeah, today it's a very yesterday was a very important day for the price of Bitcoin. If
Yeah.
you go on the monthly, we have a candle which is bigger than the previous candle.
Are you showing
And
something on your screen? Should I switch to your screen maybe?
yeah,
Okay.
uh,
Yeah, there we go. We can
switch
see your
to.
screen now.
So based on TD sequential, we are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on. There are four more candles to the upside, and we are currently in this range from the 30,000 to the low for 4,000, and we have a low, a higher low, and a higher low on the monthly. So basically, you have based on TD sequential 4 more months of upside. So currently, I'm very bullish on the crypto markets.
Hmm.
There is no,
Oh, you said you're bullish?
yeah, I'm
So
very
you,
bullish on
so
the
you,
crypto markets.
okay, so you see a correction coming in?
Probably because on the daily, on my templates, the RSI is very overbought,
Hmm.
and the price wants to always go from overbought to oversold.
Okay.
And uh, I don't believe in overbought and oversold, but we should be careful. And there is a gap in here from the CME futures, which
Hmm.
is about approximately 9,600.
Okay.
So somewhere here.
Uh-huh.
And uh, if it doesn't filled, if it isn't filled to this month, maybe the next cycle.
Uh-huh.
And this, I'm also fan of harmonic patterns. So this is a clear pattern of Gartley, which is a
Hmm.
bearish Gartley, 786. So the bearish Gartley target it is approximately $16,000.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when you said you're bullish on the crypto market, is it just for BTC or you're talking about alts as well? I mean, BTC is obviously going up.
Yeah.
I personally think there is a correction coming in, of course. So I'm not as
Correction is
bullish as you, I
needed.
think.
Correction is needed because the demand approximately of 9,000 to 10,000 was not tested on the monthly, and when the price is tested, the demand for Bitcoin is currently very thin
Yep.
in the order book. So and also after the halving, the minor pressure is very uh, is halved, and the supply is very thin, and people want to buy. People also want to sell here, but I don't know why they are selling, because in the first time of this cycle,
Mm-hmm.
we have a higher high, not on the monthly, but on the weekly, we have a higher high,
Uh-huh.
based on that the price is above 10,000, because we were in a range. We haven't closed above 40,000 yet, but the 10,000 range was cleared, and that for
Mm-hmm.
me is very bullish for the crypto, for the Bitcoin price. Let's
Okay.
go and see the Ethereum USD, which is the,
I was going to say, I mean, Ethereum is going crazy as well.
yeah. Ethereum right now is in a clear, uh, how do I say, in a range.
Uh-huh.
If we go on the sideways in the past, you can see this 360 or 370 is a very crucial level.
Right.
So if the price closes above this on the monthly or the weekly, that's very bullish for me. So here is your clear support and resistance, which is the previous resistance right now.
Mm-hmm.
uh, and my target for Ethereum is about 400 to 40,500 if it closes above $370.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah.
Tom says hi from Belgium. Hi, Tom.
Hi.
Um, Trappy says, Amar, you have done a haircut. No, I have not done a haircut. I just tricked. I mean, I just got a man bun. So my hair is so long that I tied up into a bun right now, and I have a headphone. So it kind of hides it. I don't know if you can see me that way. Let me see. Yeah, there we go. So I have a man bun right here and then headphones. So that kind of looks like I had a haircut, but I did not have a haircut. Anyway, so going back to, so Steph, you were talking about support levels and
Okay.
resistance,
Yeah.
right? So what is support and resistance? I think that's exactly what we want to talk about in this show today. I
When
know a lot of traders understand it, but there are hyper traders who are new, who are trying it out for the first time, or they haven't been doing much of technical analysis. So it would be a good information for them.
there are basic three principles of support and resistance. But basically, support is when in a downtrend, the
Mm-hmm.
buyers are interested in from the previous price,
Mm-hmm.
and let's say if the price was the low here was $80, yeah, 70 or $80.
Mm-hmm.
People will put the bids here, and that uh, for the for Ethereum is very important support, and
Mm-hmm.
people will put bids because the the historic level here was tested, and right now the current level for the support and resistance is $370. So basically, in a downtrend, when the price closes somewhere where the prices when the buyers agrees
Mm-hmm.
that there is so much demand, that's a clear sign of support. Like when we saw right here the volume, that's a clear sign of support that there is demand here, and the if we go to the left, we can
Mm-hmm.
see that it's some kind of double bottom, or uh, a clear sign that the buyers came here and the bulls defended that price level. You can how we know that that was a crucial level.
Mm-hmm.
We can see based on the past support where the price held. So here was $70-$80.
Mm-hmm.
It was a bloodbath here, I know, from $800 to $70,
Mm-hmm.
and people held. And when the price like this went like this, like on the $80, I was also trading, but people were so in my country were so in hype because there was the Ethereum was like $80 and there was so much demand,
Right.
and that's a clear sign that there is something there. If people are not interested in buying, that's not a clear sign of support. And I
Okay.
was also skeptical because I'm a trend trader, because if you see this is a clear parallel channel from before. Where's the two? Yeah, here was on the second thing. You go to parallel channel, which is very useful for this kind of trading. So you put here something like this, and you see the middle, it hit the previous support,
Right.
and there was demand, and right now it's at clear resistance. So if on the 3-day it closes like this, that's right now it's at resistance because the price on the left or in the past there was a clear rejection from sellers were interested here in an uptrend to sell, and there is a clear sign of distribution here.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
So
so basically, it's important to understand what support and resistance is, because then you can figure out what to
in
do if the market breaks those levels, right?
yeah, the basic principles of support and resistance are when a price falls below a key level, if it's a support, it turns in resistance, and vice versa.
Okay.
So
Interesting.
basically, when the price closed below 360, that was a pretty bearish sign for the price for Ethereum. And look at the time from here. It went 7,200 days, 750 days in accumulation, where there was a range from $80 to 360.
Right.
And when the price closes above, it's a clear sign that the bulls are in charge.
Right.
And right now, if Ethereum closes above, we are expecting a new out rally, because Ethereum is very, how do I say, the godfather of alts. So yeah, and how do we know how do we spot crucial level? Why this is not a crucial level and this is a crucial level? Basically, the more price touches a level, the more strong it becomes. But every time it touches if it touches 2 times is not great, that then it touches 1 time, because the supply, if it's support, dries, because there are many sellers who want to sell that price and the demand dries up and people want to sell. So the more touches or support or resistance becomes, the lesser level is it's much easier to the price breaks, and if it closes above like this
The resistance
360,
line. Yeah.
the resistance line.
So the top
Like
one is
it
your
touch,
resistance and the bottom is support.
yeah.
I know we're talking very basic about all this. I mean, there are people who know everything about it, but I think in the
It's like when you want to break a wall, you hit with a hammer once time. In one time you don't push it. In the second time you make a bigger dent, and the third time you try it, and then probably you will make it on the third, on the fourth time. So
that's a good analogy.
Yesterday when I was trying to basically how to say for a beginner how to make a great analogy for support and resistance, I clearly said that in my mind that it's like a breaking a wall.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
But,
so before we go
instead
ahead,
of,
sorry, complete your chain of thought.
but
Sorry.
but instead of breaking a wall, we are breaking supply or demand.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Alexander says, hi from Holland in my car. I hope you're not driving. Pull over. Be safe. But thank you for watching. If you have any questions, about the prices in the market right now. Forget about Bitcoin or Ethereum alone. I mean, if you want Steph to do support and resistance for any particular coin pair, just let us know in the chat, and he will take that up.
I have a clear winner right now. It's called Atom. I don't know
Mm-hmm.
which coin it is, but I like the price section of this coin. It basically hit 50 or 75. I use it,
Yeah.
and there is a clear sign of interest from the buyers.
Yes. Christian says the more. Oh, by the way, Christian and Trappy is like same person. Trappy
Okay.
is his username on Discord, so that's how we know him. On YouTube, it shows as Christian. The more often you hit the zone, the thinner it gets. The supply
Yeah,
is
yeah,
decreasing, so in the end, you're going to break through. And this applies to
yeah,
both support and resistance, like on both
yeah.
sides, right?
Basically, support and resistance and distribution accumulation. In a
Yes.
distribution and accumulation, you want to see a high spike of volume.
Yeah, so we're going to talk more in detail about that, Steph, just a minute. Before we
Okay.
go ahead further, I see 14 people watching the stream and only 4 likes. That's unfair, guys. Put in more likes. Subscribe to
Smash
the
the
channel.
like button.
Yeah, absolutely. Subscribe and click on that bell button because we're going to have. So we have this show every Saturday, 11 a.m. Eastern Time, which is 4 GMT plus 4. This comes every Saturday, but we're going to start having more live streams eventually through the week as well. So please do subscribe and hit that bell button so that you get notified about future live streams. Trappy says also for demand zone. Yes, that's correct. Tom says, Steph, can you explain that bearish bat on Link again? I'm assuming you're saying Link coin, Link. If
Link
I'm missing,
BTC.
I think so. It's good for me because I'm still learning. Okay, yeah, we all are learning, Tom. I have no clue what trading is. Steph teaches me trading every Saturday. That's why we're having these live
Yeah.
streams. Okay, let's look at that first
So
before we go
so
ahead
ha-
further.
so so harmonics are how do I say, the first thing, the precursor to Elliott waves. Elliott waves are motive waves which are corrective for impulsive. So basically, the granddaddy of harmonic patterns was a Gartley guy who invented based on mathematical principles, based on Fibonacci numbers. So here you have a clear sign of bearish Gartley.
Mm-hmm.
So our Gartley is when the midpoint
Steph, you wanna? Sorry to interrupt you. Do you wanna close out the left and right panel so that chart becomes bigger? So it's
yeah, okay.
yeah. Let's hide the right and left panel. So go to the top right, top right.
Okay.
Yeah, click that, and on the left, top left, top left.
Ah, yeah.
There you
Okay.
go. Perfect. Now, if you want to zoom
Yeah.
in a little bit so that it's more visible, yeah, there we go. Perfect.
So in a downtrend, you want to see a low and a higher low and a midpoint. So when you see a midpoint like this, it's you use the Fibonacci retracement tool.
Mm-hmm.
And the Fibonacci retracement tool is from here and here, and you see that there is a rejection in the 0618 and 0665, which is a very clear sign. And look at this, it was rejected at the zone,
Mm-hmm.
which also people like Fugazi and Trappy use it because this is a clear supply zone.
Mm-hmm.
Because there were trap buyers. So it's using Fibonacci retracement, Fibonacci numbers and retracement,
Mm-hmm.
because when in a downtrend, you always want to see a lower high. So here is your lower high, and if the price closes below this zone, then that's your sell signal for Link. But basically, in you have an X wave.
Mm-hmm.
So here is your first move down, then the price closes in the range of 618. So use the close and you see a higher low, and then you see a 0618, 06686, 786 level, and it's tested, and the price never closed above this, and your target for this is the 382 from the C level. So here is your target, and look at this. It nailed the 382 first, and then the 068618 level, and the perfect target for this, for the bearish Gartley, is 1618. So if you see this, the 56387 is the level that is the target. So basically you have harmonic patterns like the Gartley, the bat, the crab, the shark, the alternate bats. There are so many variations. If you want to go and research this, put on YouTube Scott Harney, harmonic patterns. He is the inventor of this bat and the other harmonic patterns that are not Gartleys. He invented them. There's some variation of the Gartley, and the Gartley was the basic interpretation. There is also ABCD and etc. etc. That's very complex thing for a beginner, and I don't want to.
We'll get there, of course. I mean, we're going to talk about all those advanced indicators
because
as well.
the most basic things work better than the most complex things.
I believe so. I mean, most of the time when I personally trade, I do not use too many indicators. I think I rely mostly on MAs and EMAs, and I do look at MACD, for example. I do try to figure out the support and resistance, and that's what I'm going to learn from you today more. So I know that you can use moving averages for dynamic support and resistance, right? So do you want to show an example of that, maybe on the BTC pair, or even on the link, whatever pair you want to show it on? Let's see how you
primarily use short-term moving averages, like the Ichimoku, the blue line and the red line, which are some mix of moving averages, not based on closed or EMAs, based on higher low. I don't know the math about this, but look at this. Every time it closes below the blue line, which is the faster line, it touches the red line, and that's dynamic support and resistance. And after that, when the price closed, which was this crucial level, there was demand here, and that was a crucial support for Link BTC. After the price closed below this level, which was tested 1, 2, 3, the third time it went like I said, when you want to test so much after the third time, there's no interested buyers, and the price went through. So right now on the 4-hour, Link BTC is bearish. On the daily, let's say on the daily we have a Ichimoku crossover, which is bearish, but you don't want to see price close below this here. So right now your support resistance line is about approximately 7,600 to 7,500 satoshis, and if we want to see the dynamic support and resistance, you use moving averages, and you want to use faster or shorter for if you're a day trader, and long term if you want to buy the dip. Like it's still bullish right now because the price still is in above the 75, which I use for the trend to, and the trend is your friend until the end. Yeah. Yeah, I used the templates, and the volume right here was clear sign that there was a bearish sign. So if the price, so for Link, you want to see the price close. So here is your clear support line, which is the price. Look at this beautiful bull trend. you have a market structure of higher lows every time that the 75 to 100 touches. There were so interested buyers. So if you want to see, if you want to know how to trade, first you know to know support resistance, and after that market structure, like higher lows and higher highs and lower highs and lower
Yeah.
lows.
I
And
think my sound didn't go through. I was saying, hi, JW, welcome back to live stream. And I did ask you a question about that, which Steph answered. Tom says, thanks for the explanation. You're always welcome, Tom. If you have more questions, please do leave it in the comments on the live chat right now. Trappy says, I'm also you. Oh, okay. Before I read Trappy's comment, I think he retracted it. I don't know, Trappy, what's going on? Okay, he came back. I'm also your friend, not only the trend, Lo. Yes, that is true. Of course. Yeah. So you mentioned fib, right? So you can
yeah,
use fib tools to figure out the support and resistance as well, right?
you can use Fibonacci
Oh,
retracement.
I'm so sorry. Before we go ahead further, so what is exactly dynamic support? I mean, you just talked about dynamic support, but why is it
Dynamic
dynamic, and how does it help us?
dynamic support is because the moving averages changes. Horizontal support and resistance
Mm-hmm.
never changes because the price never it's fixed, and the dynamic support and resistance is changing because based on mathematic formula, which we in the previous episode we have explained what is the moving averages and what's the difference between moving average and EMA. So basically the dynamic is because the price changes every time,
Mm-hmm.
uh, and the moving averages follows where the math shows, like where the price. So if you go and uh, there's on trading view, like to remove the previous candles,
Mm-hmm.
and if you remove this date, you will see that the moving averages was somewhere here. So when you see a moving averages in the middle, that's a clear sign that the trend is in near the end, and the volatility is going low, and you should be very careful in the moving averages. Also, I said that in the previous
Yep.
support in the moving averages.
Um,
So to finish, moving dynamic support is basically because the moving averages are mathematical formulas, and every mathematical formula changes based on price. And if the price rises, the moving averages price is going up, and when if the price goes below,
mhm.
the moving averages follows the price to the downside.
Okay, so basically, dynamic support and resistance would be where it kind of the moving. So as the price move up or down,
Yeah,
the resistance and support automatically adjust.
yeah, it changes, it
Yes.
adjusts. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So let's go to the fib support and resistance. So how do you figure out support and resistance using fib tools?
So I basically, if you depends on your trading style. If you use the 4 hour, I use the fractals, which tell me
Mm-hmm.
where are the pivots.
Okay.
So right now, the main pivot for this trading pair is if to select the Fibonacci retracement, you go to the third menu and
Mm-hmm.
you select Fibonacci retracement. You go from the high to the
To the
low.
low. Okay.
Yeah, so here is your current low,
Mm-hmm.
and look at this. The 382 was tested, and the Fibonacci tool is Fibonacci retracement tool is also used by the algos. I think it's very much used in support and resistance.
Mm-hmm.
And basically, if you know about only Fibonacci tool and support and resistance, you don't need anything else in your trading
Mm-hmm.
style. And if also if you can see the zero point 0.5 of the cloud is always showing on the Ichimoku
Right.
trading. Yeah. So basically, I think the right here is it's using the 50%. So you should adjust based on the pivots. The last pivot, the last fractal was right here. I use the fractals because they're not subjective, they're
Mm-hmm.
objective
Mm-hmm.
uh, pivots, and tell us where the high was. I have a video about what are fractals if you want to.
Okay. Steph has a YouTube channel as well.
Yeah,
Please subscribe to his channel. So I'm going to plug it in. This is the right place, right? So in the description, we have Steph's channel link. Go do subscribe to his channel. And he has amazing videos about technical indicators. And he also trades live. So don't miss on that guy, guys. Also follow him on Twitter. He posts a lot of technical analysis there, and obviously he posts technical analysis in our Discord channel as well. The links are below in the description. Before we go ahead, Trappy says, what do you prefer, Steph? Moving averages or exponential moving averages?
I'd prefer EMA. Moving
Okay.
averages are for investors.
Okay, so okay, so we did talk about moving averages in the last live stream last Saturday. So exponential is where the most recent one has more weightage. I think Steph likes that more than the simple moving averages. Trappy again says, I think the fib is a masterly tool. Obviously, we agree on that. Fibonacci is everywhere in the nature around us in every design,
Yeah,
especially if
the
you
golden zone is very important.
yeah, especially if you can use it well. Yes, that's important. And it very well indicates the zones or support and resistance. That's correct. So, Trappy, I
Yeah,
think we should
it's
invite you in one of these live streams.
why not? Why not?
Absolutely. I mean, any of you, if you want to join us in the live stream in the future, do hit me up on Discord and we'll set that up. So that's cool.
Also, I
Okay.
forgot to
Yeah.
answer about the Fibonacci
Yeah.
support and resistance.
Yeah.
When the price closes above, let's say 382, your next logical step is the 0.5 and the 0.618. So basically, the market says that if the prices closes above 0.618, there is a higher chance that the next target will be it will make a higher high based on based on my experience that if a 618 is the price closes above, the next logical step is to make a higher high.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So this is not dynamic though.
Yeah, no, it's not dynamic. It's very subjective because you if you want to use which pivot to use, here, somewhere here.
Right.
So basically, if when I see a 0.618, I'm going to my head. Okay, this is probably what's going to be make.
Right.
Probably a Gartley or something else, and here is your target. So the probably this zone will be tested because here is a clear sign of demand here because there are so many VIX, and the price wants to go where the if the price closes below, then it's a bearish sign for link, and the price wants where there are many rejections. When I see some rejections like this, there is a clear demand for link BTC, and the wicks are very important for me for support and resistance.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Okay. So there is another tool which gives you dynamic support and resistance, right? And very, very, very popular. A lot of people use it. It's based on standard deviation, basically Bollinger Bands, right?
Yeah.
So do you want to show us a little bit on Bollinger Band as well? Can you show us support and resistance? We'll not go too much deep into Bollinger Band because it can give you more information than just support and resistance. But let's focus on support and resistance for this live stream.
So what I like about the Bollinger Bands is it gives you a clear sign of volatility. Where the so when the most important thing about me about Bollinger is the Bollinger squeeze. When the price squeezes and there is a low volatility, it gives you an indicator that there you should be very careful when there is a squeeze. Like let's say, where's the squeeze? So here's what's the squeeze here. So when you see something like low volatility period of the Bollinger Bands, you want to be very careful, and it has a 50-50 chance to go to the upside or to the downside. And what Bollinger Band is basically 20 moving average and deviated by the period of 2. So multiplied by 2 deviation, and you can change here how there are many settings for the Bollinger Bands, but the standard is very great for using the Bollinger Bands. So, and also many algos use the Bollinger Bands for trading, because when the price closes below the lower or upper Bollinger Band, that means there is an extreme, and people will sell or buy, depends on the type of trading. So the 20 moving average on the daily is very important for the Bollinger Band. When the price closes below and rejects, it serves like a dynamic support and resistance.
Okay.
And when the price closes below the Bollinger Bands like this, that means that there is a price extreme, and you should be careful, and probably you should buy. That's a buy signal for the Bollinger Bands. But I don't like uh, to trade based on how do I say, when the Bollinger Bands enters like this. I want to see a close above the Bollinger lower or upper Bollinger Band, and then I will make my mind for if I use the Bollinger Bands.
Okay.
And it's a very great strategy for beginners, because it gives you a clear signs of bullish and bearish signals. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Um, so I don't see any more questions from viewers, but I do have. So somebody was talking about distribution and accumulation, right? So
Yeah.
how about we talk a little bit and look into the support and resistance based on distribution and accumulation?
So there are many interpretation from also Tom DeMark, which I follow, has some interpretation in this support in distribution and accumulation. So basically, let's go to Ethereum BTC or Ethereum USDT, Ethereum BTC. Okay. So let's go on the 3-day chart. So as you can see, there was a clear sign here on this high volume candle. When you see a high volume candle on red or green, that means that's a clear sign of something is happening. So basically, on this on the Ethereum USD, it's much better, because there is so much history then. So you want to see something like this: a low volatility period, a break of support or resistance, and a great length of time where it's going sideways, like this. So right now, Ethereum USDT is going to accumulation period, because this was a clear sign of demand. Like, look at this. When the first low was hit, there was a demand, and the next low was hit, there was not so much demand. But look at the double bottom. Look at the volume. The volume spike is very great for Ethereum. And right now, if you ask me, for demand, there should be a high volume and then a low volatility period. When you have a market structure of double bottoms or triple bottoms, and like this, a parallel channel from which the price doesn't have a trend yet, but has a market structure of probably a high lows or double bottoms or double tops. And you can see that this is a clear sign of accumulation when every time the price hit like right here or right here. I'll put the rectangle tool. The demand was very high, and there were interested buyers, and you want to see a first some kind of reversal, like a rounded bottom and a high volume, and that's a clear sign of accumulation. For distribution, for Bitcoin, I will put a BTC because Bitcoin was a great distribution pattern. So for distribution, you want to see a pattern like this, like every time the price is going like this, parabolic, and you can see here that the closest here, they're like here the closest. So right now, if it's very interesting because yeah, Bitcoin is bullish, but here is your distribution pattern, which is a clear sign of rejection from the sellers because the price never closes above the hard high. So you want to see a clear red candles. So we don't see a red candles on the 3-day.
Right.
So for this was a clear sign of distribution, but the distribution didn't went through because there were so much absorption from the buyers, and the price went through. So right now we have a level for distribution which is from 20,500 to 11,500.
Okay.
And how do you know it's a distribution and accumulation? From the volume.
From the
You
volume,
can
yeah.
see the previous red candles and the high volume here. So you want to see where are the potential buyers and sellers trapped based on psychology. So based on psychology, here is your trap buyers and sellers, because this is a clear on the 3-day a sign that the price never closed above $12,260. So this is a clear sign of distribution, and this is now the distribution becomes an accumulation right here, because based on support and resistance, people will be interested here if the price goes here. So probably from 9,800 to 10,500, it's an accumulation zone. And also this was a clear accumulation zone based on basically support and resistance, because every time the price touched this zone, there was a clear demand from the buyers. And I before I know about support and resistance and accumulation and distribution, I was pretty bearish here because I only knew about
Right.
The basic chart patterns, like
Right.
triangles and everything else.
Yeah, but this is important because this gives you the market sentiment, kind of like,
Yeah.
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 So like,
Big. So you, for accumulation and distribution, you want to see where the high volume spikes are. When you see the wicks here and the volume is very high, that's a clear sign of accumulation. When when you see
so
some
let's simplify further. What do you mean by accumulation? Let's just put it out there.
accumulation,
Yeah.
accumulation is a support where the potential buyers are
So buyers are buying in and accumulating the
yeah,
asset, right? That's what it
and
basically means.
accumulating the asset
Right.
for X amount of time,
Right.
based
Okay.
on basic support and resistance,
So
and based on the
yes.
volume.
So more people are buying, which means there is
Yeah,
more demand,
yeah,
right? So that's what it actually means. So
yeah.
does that translate into saying the prices are going to go up?
it doesn't mean that the price is going up. It basically means that the buyers are interested and the the demand is going up, and people are going to be maybe there will be some time of low volatility period
Mm-hmm.
where I didn't foresee this like a V-shaped recovery. I
Right.
didn't
Right.
know. I haven't seen this kind of event. It was a black swan event,
Okay.
but
So yeah.
basically this was a clear sign of accumulation.
Right.
This was not a this was a retest of the previous accumulation period,
Right.
was which is also, as you can see, the previous support.
Right. No,
And
I brought that point up because, just to clarify that if people are interested in buying, does not necessarily mean their prices will go up.
yeah,
But that was a good point, that V recovery that you talked about. We mentioned that in the previous live stream as well, and we're going to talk about it today. I just want to throw it out there for everyone. These technical indicators are based on historical data. So what
yeah,
has happened in the past, but that does not necessarily mean that these patterns will apply to the future, right?
yeah,
So this is more like trying to predict what's going to happen next, but not necessarily that will happen. So be cautious on that. JW has a
yeah.
question. Yeah, sorry. You want to say something?
We work, we as a trader, we work as probabilities. We want to buy when the price is low, but we don't know if the price is going lower. Basically we use stop limit orders for that to not happen to go lower. But Bitcoin or crypto and any crypto assets likes to go lower, and then when your stop is hit, it will go back if it's a bullish trend. So based on my experience, sometimes you don't need to use stop losses.
Yep. Okay. Trappy says, sorry guys, have to leave. See you next time. Yeah, absolutely wonderful
Yeah.
having you, Trappy, here. See you next time. JW has a similar question. So he's like, can you tell me more about entry and stop loss in a trade? So I'm assuming he's talking about entry and stop loss based on the support and resistance, maybe. So you want to touch upon that, Steph?
Yeah, so basically, the basic principle of support and resistance is where the price where is the price ranging, and which levels are the most important for, let's say, Bitcoin. For the 2018, the most important thing was this price level, which was, look at this, how many times was tested. And like I said, the crucial levels are where on the downside, or for support, you want to see wicks. When the wicks are like this, then there is a clear demand from the buyers, and buyers will want to defend this level, like from 5,500 to 6,000, which was the previous support. And when the price closed below that, there was a no, there was a clear bearish sign, and it went to the next level. So you want to go to the higher time frames, and like the 3-day and the monthly and the weekly, and you draw the support and resistance from there. You want to see the where are potential buyers, and you can use also moving averages, which I also use sometimes, not every time. But basically, for the upside and the downside, you want to see where the wicks are. I use like this is a crucial level for me right now. If the price closes above 12,200 and 12,300, that's very bullish. And my next zone for Bitcoin is 70,000 to 6,500. I use the closes of the price, and the significant thing about support and resistance. The more price it hits, the more it's more significant to me. Like the 10,000 level, then 10,500 was very important for me and for every trader, because look at this. It went to the price never closed from 2019 to till yesterday, to 3 weeks the last week. So that for me is very crucial for support and resistance. The more price wants to go and touches
Mm-hmm.
it's more significant, and the more touches like on support and resistance,
Mm-hmm.
the less significant is for like if it touches the third time and the fourth time, I will give more less significant for breakout. If you want to have like let's say a key level for me right now for Bitcoin is 10,000 level, like the previous support, previous resistance now turns support.
Okay. You also talked about trend lines, right? So do you want to touch upon
Yeah.
that as well? So, guys, if just stay back. We also towards the end, we also gonna show you the Binance Futures integration, which is ready. So it's going out today, of course, with some limitations, which I'm gonna talk about. So before that, let's finish the support and resistance. I think trend lines are the only thing remaining in this discussion. But if you guys have more questions about support and resistance, or if you want Steph to do analysis for a particular coin, drop it into the live chat, and we'll take that request. Yes, Steph, go on. Sorry.
So for the trend lines, basically you want to for traditional technical analysis, you want to use 3 touches. So let's say one touch, the second touch, and look at this. And this was a probably the who watched this was looking like this was a breakout and we're going higher, but there was no demand above 9,000 in the price, and when you know about market structure, you will say that this was a clear bearish trend because there was lower highs and lower lows. And the so for basic thing about trend lines, based on traditional, you want to use the wicks or if or the closes, and I use the fractals for support for drawing trend lines. So you I also use the magnet mode, but right now I won't use it. So basically, for you want to use the the wicks, and when the it's on the upper side, this is a clear sign of distribution. When it's on the lower side on or the support like this, uh, that's a clear sign of accumulation or a clear sign of support. When the support breaks, you want the price always wants to go to the previous support, and the potential the psychology of the potential sellers or buyers who bought this will say, oh, I want to just to be on zero, and I will sell if the price goes here. And that's why this 10,500 it was a clear resistance. And basically, to draw trend lines, I used higher time frames, and I used the fractals to determine the where I will draw them. And I use minimum 2 touches, and the 3 touches is very optimal for the significant of the trend line.
Okay, cool.
And can be diagonal or horizontal. Basically, that's how I draw it.
Okay. Let me test 1 second before I switch to showing Binance Futures. Okay, where is my screen?
And also, just for the last thing, as you can
Yeah.
see, the 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 clear you can also use the trend angle, which is if the angle is very deep and steep, that means that there is no liquidity there. And
Mm-hmm.
when there is no, like this was a clear sign of no liquidity, and the sellers were dominant. And that's why when the price went to a key support, the price went so parabolic, because there was no interested sellers for the demand was so high. and you can use the where was it, the trend angle. You can use the trend angle like it's if it's from 20 to 45 per degree. That means there is a clear sign of demand
Mm-hmm.
from my experience. And if it's very steep like this, like 80-90%, that's not very great for the price of Bitcoin, because it's a bearish sign. And the more steep the price is, the more the angle the trend line is, the the lesser I think it's has a key significant. But and if it's between 20 to 45 degree, I think it's very significant for the Bitcoin, for every asset. Like, look at this, how many times it was
Mm-hmm.
tested: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's very significant for drawing a trend line. You can use the fractals, which are, you go to the technical analysis and go to the fractals. And if you want to know about more about fractals, you should watch my video about them
Yeah,
and how
please.
is.
I'm gonna plug it in
Yeah.
in the description. This Stef's channel. Please go and subscribe to that. Okay, cool. I don't think any more questions are coming in, so we'll quickly go to HyperTrader app, and I'm gonna show you Binance Futures integration, which is coming out today. We do have some limitations on the features,
Okay.
and those other features which is not going to be available today would come early next week, because we are testing and we found some problems. So we don't want to release
Mhm.
features that have bugs, obvious bugs. Of course, the software is in beta, so we expect our users to report some bugs anyway. But just so you know, guys, who are not hyper traders and watching this stream, Steph was showing everything on HyperTrader app. So become a hyper trader today. Go to hypertrader.app and download the application. But here we go. I think you can see my screen now. Okay, so we have Binance Futures integrated in the dev environment, and this is going out today. So for now, we are supporting two order types, mainly limit and market, and we do have stop limit implemented as well. And we might actually fix the problems with stop market, and that can go out as well. And no promises, but we'll have trailing stop and the ladder either tomorrow or day after, so which is Monday. um, so here is how the whole experience works. This is your chart as usual. On the left you see the order book and the trade on the left bottom. Right hand side is your order book. This is where you can change your margin type. You can either go cross or isolated, very simple. And then you can change your leverage. There we go. You can do that, and it's pretty fast. It works. The good thing is we also show you the margin. So we show you margin for everything, like maintenance margin, margin balance, and your isolated or the cross, and for the positions as well. I do not have an open position right now. Let me reset this. Um, and right at the bottom here on the status bar, you can change your position mode. So we support both hedge and one way, which is great because a lot of people want to long and short at the same time. We do have post only, reduce only, and you can select different time in force, which is order stipulation. By default, it is going to be GTC, and all the other features work similar to what you have on Binance Spot or other exchanges like KuCoin and Coinbase on HyperTrader. You put in the market here, you can put the size, you can drag, whatever, and then you can just simply press the button to place the order. I'm going to reduce the size. This is a test account. I don't have too much money in here. There we go. I think it should go in. Oh, this is test environment. So yeah, okay, there we go. So this is not live trading. And obviously you can drag the order to modify it as well, which modifies live. And once the order is executed, um, so right now it is open order, so you see it in the open order section as usual. Once this is executed, it will show up in the positions. So this is really great, and hopefully we are able to send the ladder and trailing stop as soon as possible. You see the mark price and your funding rate as well here. Something which you're going to miss is the break-even point. So we are not going to show you break-even point for Binance Futures because it's a little bit extra complicated than a spot exchange would be. And the net PNL that you used to see on top of the chart, that is also missing. If you go to reporting section, you will not see the reports for Binance Futures in this release, but we'll make it happen very soon. So that's about it. What do you think, Stef?
I think it's a great step in forward because people wanted to trade Binance futures,
Yeah, I
and
know.
people will be very excited to see that something is functioning. But you need to know that it's better to be functioning in on time, to work better than on time than to work falsely and to have a bad experience.
Yeah,
So
exactly. I mean, hyperlink is all about user experience, right? So we did
yeah,
not want to rush it like most of our competition did. I mean, I don't think many have an integration. I think one or two of them have it, but it's so bad in terms of experience as well as the whole flow. Some of them don't even show you the margin for the open position or your margin ratio, which is weird. I mean,
Mhm.
how are you going to trade if you can't adjust your margin in an isolated, for example, you have to add and remove margins. So for those reasons, you'll have to go again to Binance.com, which is not what you want, right? You want an integrated solution, everything in place, amazing user experience, and obviously, if you have traded on futures UI on Binance.com, you know how horrible the user experience is.
Ah,
So,
I don't like the Binance futures. The interface is very
yeah,
uh, grueling and not very user friendly. And if you want to draw support and resistance and everything else, I want ladder limits. The most useful thing about me about the app is the ladder limit, which I use very often
yeah.
because the most useful thing is that it saves time. That's the best thing about the app.
Yeah, yep. So,
It
sorry, ladder is not probably coming in this release, but it will be available by
okay,
Monday. I
no
hope
problem.
so. Uh, But Binance, great exchange, no problem there. Liquidity, amazing. Matching engine,
Yeah,
very fast. And that's the primary role of an exchange. I have always been saying this to give you liquidity and provide you a matching engine. User experience is not their business. That's where
yeah.
hyperlink comes in. So go ahead and become a hyper trader. Download the app and try it by yourself. We have a beta program running right now, so app is completely free to try. If you try, we do give you beta perks, which is amazing because you get an amazing introductory price, and also we add 3 months to your subscription when you buy an yearly plan, which further reduces the cost for you. And if you're coming from one of those um, apps which doesn't satisfy you, I don't want to name any of them. And if you have an yearly subscription there, you can obviously subscribe here for the yearly plan, and we will happily add the remainder of the months you have on those platforms. So that's it. I think that's it for the live stream today. Steph, thank you so much for speaking with us. We will continue doing these talks every Saturday, 11 a.m. Eastern Time, which is GMT plus 4. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining in. Make sure you tell your friends that we talk about technical analysis here. We started small, but we're going to go big, and we're going to start talking from simple indicators to eventually more complex ones. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining in.